to the NBA value plays for today, Wednesday, November 9th, 2016. Hopefully you all are somewhat rested and not too either heartbroken or overjoyed after the election results last night. But we don't need to get into that too much. Just know that a lot of people have been preoccupied today, so needless to say, a little fantasy basketball won't hurt a thing tonight to kind of distract ourselves from what's been going on. Anyways, today we are looking at a nice slate, 11 games. It's a nice big juicy matchup slate tonight with a lot of high-scoring games, namely the two biggest ones being the Wizards and the Celtics, who are projected to put up about 215 points, and the Knicks and the Nets projected around 214.5, according to Vegas, at least last time I checked. These things change a little bit every now and then with injury news and updates, but for the most part, those are the two biggest games. On the other hand, on the slate, I'm also looking a lot at the Hawks and Bulls game. My GPP post that will be up soon enough on dailyfantasycafe.com. I have a lot of players summed up in there as my some of my favorite plays from that game in particular. So yeah, there's a lot of talent, and if you want to load up on get top heavy, as always, you need to find those value picks. So that's what we're here for, and we're going to dig right into it. Starting off the point guard, looking at Rajon Rondo tonight. He hasn't been averaging much in points, looking only at 7.7, but he does tend to fill the stat lines in other ways. He's getting 4.6 rebounds a game and 6.7 assists right now on the young season. So, nothing spectacular in the scoring category, but if Rondo happens to start hitting shots and shots start dropping, that's extra bonus, to his stat line, and more likely that he's going to meet value. Today he's coming in at about 5,500 on FanDuel and 5.9K on DraftKings. So the price is right, and especially on FanDuel where you need to roster 2 point guards, I'm definitely going to be going high end for one of those. And then if you need a value guy, I'm going to take my shot on Rondo, who's playing a very up-tempo game against Atlanta. He's averaging over a point a minute, 1.14 to be exact. And his usage rate's not great, but it's not terrible. It's 18.8 with 33 minutes played a game. So tonight, DFC Optimizer has him projected at about 32.7 points on FanDuel. So that's just enough or very close to meeting value. So, you're looking for that 5x number for value picks if you can. 4x kind of being the baseline. If you get that, you should be happy. So Rondo's looking, I think, good enough tonight, hoping that he hits a few more shots than he has been with 7 points. Maybe gets to the free throw line a little bit more, gets some freebies. So that's who I'm rolling with at point guard. At the shooting guard position tonight, I'm actually looking at Oladipo, Victor Oladipo. He's been playing a lot of minutes, and obviously he's not the key cog in Oklahoma City, but he's definitely one of their weapons. And when a guy's playing 35 minutes and averaging just under a point per minute, that's pretty good. He's also playing a team that's 17th with DVP, and his usage rate's 22.9%. So that's good enough, especially when you got a guy like Westbrook on your team. And the best part, of course, is his cost. He's 5,300 on FanDuel and 5.6 on DK tonight. This game is projected to be, for the Thunder to put up 102.75, give or take. Obviously Westbrook can't put up all those points, so it's got to come from somewhere. And Oladipo's been averaging 17.4 points, 4.3 rebounds, and just under 2 steals a game when he played the Raptors last year. So he's right on par with that this year, but he was on a different team as well. So his points may go down, and his assists are going down a little bit this year, but I like him tonight just as a flyer. His price is good, and again, if you need to start two shooting guards going down cheap, and there aren't too many top-heavy options at this position on FanDuel, I'm rolling with Oladipo tonight for sure. At the small forward position, looking at Andrew Wiggins, my Minnesota Timberwolves. The kid was something else last night. He played 41 minutes, just had a fantastic stat line, with just a fantasy DFS darling last night for many of my lineups. So I was very happy, and I'm hoping he continues that tonight. it's a little concerning. It's a back-to-back game. Thibodeau loves to run his starters. He plays them a lot. So, you can expect a minute dip for sure. But he's facing a defense that is pretty vulnerable to the shooting guard, small forward position. They allow 35.6 points so far this year. It's projected to score 102 points for the Timberwolves, so that's always a good sign. Between Towns and Wiggins, they should be able to do a large chunk of that, barring minutes and penalties and whatnot. But I'm thinking, Wiggins probably won't get 41 minutes again. He's probably going to play more like in the 33 to 35 range. But even so, he can score. He's scoring just under a point a minute, 0.87 right now. And, I really like him in this spot. Right now he's projected for about 29 points on FanDuel. So, that's good. That'll meet value when he's costing 5.9K on FanDuel and 6,000 on DraftKings at a pretty weak position. You can't really go wrong with Wiggins tonight. Go ahead and take that risk. So the power forward, this one's probably my riskiest pick and the one I'm still kind of emming and ahhing about, but I rolled with the optimizer and who they rolled with tonight, just to try to help find some value here, because it was a tough decision. And Thaddeus Young came up, the Pacers. He's playing the Sixers tonight, who are not terrible. They're ranked 17th in DVP, and he's averaging about 30 minutes a game, just under a point a minute, again, 0.97. So the production's there, and the minutes are there, and his usage is actually pretty high. It's 21.6. So Thaddeus Young's a guy I think who's getting overlooked a lot. Maybe not as highly regarded as Millsap, but Millsap's another one who tends to get overlooked. But obviously, Millsap's costs much more. So if you can get production from another power forward with that much usage and minutes tonight, why not? Thaddeus is coming in about 5.5 on FanDuel and 5.7 on DraftKings. So the price is right. Projection of 29.1 fantasy points on FanDuel. So yep, that's right around, pretty close to that 5x. So again, he's another guy I'm going to be rolling with, and I kind of overlooked him myself, but digging deeper in the optimizer really helped kind of pinpoint him, and I'm just liking this massive matchup usage rate and his play time. So the final note on Young is their minutes. He's been playing, not minutes, he's playing 33 minutes a game, but his the Vegas total tonight is 110.8 for the Pacers. So that's a nice high score. So Young I think is going to be plenty active and well worth the shot for your value play power forward. To wrap things up, we're going to look at the center position. Steven Adams from Oklahoma City. Dirt cheap, 5.1 on FanDuel and 5.5 on DK. A guy who plays 35 minutes a game and averaging 0.88 fantasy points a minute. It's Oklahoma City. You just never know where the ball's going to go besides Westbrook. But Adams has been doing it a lot with the other stats, peripheral stats, rebounds, blocks, things like that. So, if he's the guy who can somehow tonight get 10 points and 8 rebounds and assist here or there, he should be able to meet value tonight. If he scores 15 points, well, that's even better. So you gotta just kind of hope for meeting value, and anything above and beyond is butter. So the other option I was really torn between at this position was actually a Plumlee. Probably gonna be splitting the difference here tonight with these guys, Plumlee and Adams, for value plays at least. But I think they both are, projected very close, within half a point. Adams is projected for 30.8, and I think Plumlee was projected 30.3, somewhere around there, at least when I last looked on the optimizer and projections at DFC. So, that should about do it. Wish you all the best of luck, and let's go win some money tonight.